Hello everybody, thanks for watching the video. So Joy City just did a brand new update and I'm going to go over the stuff they added. Let's start with probably the Master Gear. This was a big surprise. I was expecting a higher Maester level Master Gear, like 20 or higher, but they took it back down to level 12 and added in a master set of Pioneer's gear, sort of. It's a little bit different stat-wise. Adds a little bit different stuff, but let's go ahead and go over it. I was expecting it to be a higher level Master Gear, and I didn't expect a Pioneers type thing for hunting monsters and other things. So, let's go over it a little bit. First off, this, like I said, it's a little bit different. It's also a little weird to kind of look at. They added attack, defense, health for pirates and stuff like that, which works great against monsters and things. But none of the other gears have that, like Pioneer's gear and stuff. They didn't have, well, nowhere near as much of it anyways. But XP wise, this set does do way better than Pioneer's gear. So if you guys actually are able to craft this and get it leveled up some, if you can get it leveled up some, it's how much was it? At tier 5 it's 20% XP gain, at tier 6 it's 40%, tier 7 70%, and tier 8, as expensive as it is, it still seems pretty much worth it with the XP gain, because you will level up so much faster. Now the downside that I noticed right off the bat is the speed. That is the main stat that I'm seeing this is missing. You do not get as much voyage speed. That's the downside. Whereas Pioneer's gear or any of the other gear, you have tons and tons of voyage speed. Let's look at the level 28. You get 19% at tier 3, and then I think it gives you more at tier 6, 8% more, and then a little bit, there it is, another 19% at tier 7. So you get a ton of voyage speed off Pioneers, whereas this you don't get hardly any. There is a little bit on one of the pieces, 13% at tier 8, and 13% on that one, and 13% on that one. So you get around 36%. Still not as much. You can still go pretty fast, but it is lacking a little bit of voyage speed. Alright, so other than that, let's go over the stamina recovery speed. You don't really, I don't really pay too much attention about that. I usually just use one of my staminas that I have stocked up. But if you guys are going to be hitting monsters frequently, that'll help you guys out more with that. Okay, let's just go into the set details, because there's not really anything else to talk about for the set-wise stats. Okay, so this adds something different that we haven't seen before in any other set. So this will be used for stuff that nothing else will be used for. Mermaid Island Conquest, which is where you guys are able to get mermaid tiers for creating tough pirates. You can also get some other stuff out of it, but that's the main thing, is the tiers. It decreases the pirate damage, which means, I'm not sure why they say it like that, but it decreases the amount of damage your pirates take. Decreases pirate damage during Alliance raid. So if you guys do a raid on a mermaid island, which means a rally, you take less damage. And then decrease pirate when attacking the boss monster, which didn't really make a whole lot of sense. They forgot to add in a word there. Not sure why they forgot a word there, but that is a typo. I'm assuming it decreases the pirate damage just like this one up here. But that's for when you hit the boss monster mermaid. And that also may count for the other boss monsters as well, but I'm just assuming it's going with the mermaid part. Alright, so you also get ship armor, pirate defense. At tier 5 you get some more of that stuff for the mermaid island and rallies and other things. Ship durability at tier 5, so that'll be pretty sweet, especially when you're hunting. Because if you guys are going for the higher level monsters like 30 Charybdis and things like that, it does take quite a bit of toll on your pirates if you guys are not very high in research. So that will help out quite a bit if you guys are able to get that. Pirate HP. Let's see. Anything else different? Okay, so at tier 6 you get a few new things. You get firepower 50%, pirate attack during hunting, and then pirate attack speed when hunting. Okay, so this stat is going to be a beast for hunting. So if you guys are able to actually get it to a higher tier, I suggest you do that. That is definitely going to help you guys out. Especially if you are setting on a ton of auto hunts and a bunch of stamina, you guys will level up without even lifting a finger very easily if you can get it up here. Some more durability, more HP, more firepower, more attack. Ooh, bombardment speed when hunting. Okay, that is a stat we have not seen before that is only for hunting. So far it's only been for pretty much everything or just for attack. So that is a nice thing that they added that will help you kill higher level monsters a whole lot easier if you guys cannot hit all the way up to 30 at this point. And if you can, if you're still losing a lot of troops though, this will make it a whole lot easier to do that. And it also increases hunting rewards. Interesting. Which hunting rewards, if you guys don't know, it basically means you're going to get more resources, more boxes, more whatever you get out of the monsters, you might get a little bit more. Also XP, it does bump that up a little bit. Just a tiny bit though, not really a noticeable amount, 5%. It's not really going to change a lot. Okay, keep going down through here. I'm not seeing anything else that's new. Bombardment speed goes up at tier 8. Hunting reward stays at 5%. Okay. So, overall, this set is going to be amazing for hunting monsters. It may even be able to be used for other things, like attacking. I wouldn't suggest attacking a person with this or anything, but this is just basic pirate stats, so you could technically, you wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend it at all. But yeah, this will be amazing for hunting monsters and doing that Mermaid Island conquest. That'll make that a whole lot easier. Okay, so beyond the master gear, they also added in new research, which I believe, if I'm right, it's in this immediate research event. Ooh, they're having an event for this? All research will be completed immediately until December 27th maintenance. Really? Cool, there's no research time. It still takes the resources, but it's no research time. I did not even notice that before. So if you guys, that'll save a ton of speed ups. Although I don't have enough blood coins to just go spamming this stuff out, but that is awesome. I didn't notice that earlier. Is it doing it for the other trees too? No, just those? Let's see. No, those still cost days. Okay, well, alright, until December 27th. Huh. Okay. Did not know that. So if you guys are watching this video and you guys have the stuff to do this, I would suggest go doing that because it's looking like it's going to be pretty cheaper, not pretty cheap, but cheaper, not having to use your speed ups on it. Okay, so none of that is new. That's not new. Down through here, that's not new. Alright, here we go. Here's the new stuff. Okay. There we are. Which I might end up doing. I'm going to do a little bit of this. Wonder how far I can go without it costing blood coins. Speed when trading. Okay, that costs blood coins. Ship armor when hunting. Blood coins. Okay, it seems like. Why am I doing this without my research gear on? Okay. Okay, still going. No blood coins, no blood coins, no blood coins, no blood coins, no blood coins. Still not costing blood coins. Okay, so you can max those out without using blood coins. Sweet! Okay, I'm gonna do those in a minute. I gotta get more silver, but that is awesome. So that'll increase your voyage speed and stuff a little bit more. It goes up to 15%. Sweet. Ship durability when hunting. Oh wow. This stuff's gonna cost a lot of blood coins. It's 162 at level 1. Advanced. Okay, this works for everything, so it's not just hunting stuff down through here. Thank you for letting me know I need an update. Ship firepower during defense. Okay, so it's basically just another war research down through here. It does pretty much about everything. Ship armor, ship durability, 0.2%, ship armor, advanced cabin, navigation. It's only 1% for that. Hopefully that goes up more, because that's super expensive, and it's nice to have as much speed as you can to avoid people shielding on you. It seemed like they added a few bugs when they did that update. So far, when it does the notification for someone giving you a maester buff or doing a help or getting an alliance gift or none of that, it doesn't show any words. It just pops up the little block it usually does. So that's a little weird. Okay, so basic stuff, just armor, defense, cabin expansions, voyage speeds. So that'll help a little bit if you guys have the blood coins for it, which hardly anybody does. It's going to take a while to get the amount of blood coins that they want for a lot of this stuff. But I wouldn't do this stuff first anyways. If they're doing typos everywhere. Fire W power. They just put this in here in a hurry. They forgot to check their spelling. Alright. So I'm going to work on this as I can. Can I do yeah, I can do a few of them. I'd buy some silver, but I don't want to waste my gold on it. I'll just let my monster hunting collect me some silver, and I'll do this with that. But that's awesome that they give you these few researches that you can do, and that'll give you a few more stats for basically nothing. It does take a tiny bit of resources, but that's nothing to even consider when you get to a higher level and look at the building cost. That is something to be discouraged about. Okay, other than that, they fixed a lot of bugs. They changed some of the how some of the stuff works, which I think they changed the ports, how they work. I'm not sure on that. I didn't really go into depth when I read the patch notes and seen what all they changed, but I know they were talking about changing the ports around where right now if you were to hit a port with 3 boats, you would go up against 3 versus 3. It would line up 3 boats to your 1, assuming they had 9 boats in there. It would put 3 on your boat, and then so on and so forth. Kind of like you would be hitting a city. But now, if they did it during this patch, they changed it where it lines up everybody in the port. So if you have, let's say, 90 boats in the port, it lines them all up, and whoever hits, let's say somebody hits it with a solo and they have 3 boats, it puts 3 boats against all 90 at one time. So it makes it a whole lot harder for people to solo, because there was 30s that were strong enough to be able to solo a port that had like 80 boats and actually win because of the how it did it. Because it was like you soloed a city that had a bunch of reinforcements, but it limited the amount of attack that they were getting at one time, so they was able to fight it out and be able to win. So it made it a little weird and wonky when they did it that way. So now they switched around to how it should be, and all the boats will actually hit at one time. Okay, that was a mouthful, but I'm doing it in a minute. 30. Okay, we're climbing. Alright, I think that's about it for the patch and update. Other than that, like I said, I didn't really go into depth at all the bugs and stuff that they fixed because it was quite long. But yeah, overall, I also already built me a set of this stuff, which I need to put back on. I managed to only get it to tier 3 for right now. I don't have any souls, so I'm going to have to do some crafting and get this stuff upgraded. But this stuff is pretty good for hitting monsters. It does almost as well as my tier 5 Pioneers did. I had tier 5 level 28 Pioneers gear before I did this, but it does do about as well. When it's upgraded, it'll do a whole lot better. Now, let me go back to that actually. I'm not saying go ahead and go break your Pioneers gear because it's worthless now. I'm not saying that. This stuff is good for hitting monsters and mermaid islands. Pioneers gear still has a purpose. Pioneers gear, besides hitting monsters, they also work really well for collecting resources off tiles and things like that. They also work pretty well for trading. That other set does not give you any stats for trading. When you use Pioneers, you'll be able to trade a whole lot faster, go to the port faster, and all that. And that adds up into the set details as well. Somewhere down through here it says it. Trading stamina loss, it takes off the amount of stamina it takes to go to a port. Trading stamina loss again. Ship voyage speed as well, it makes it a whole lot faster. Not a whole lot faster if you had a super high level set of that master gear, but it is a little bit faster. So I guess, okay, so it is just the stamina loss and this little bit of trading voyage speed here. I thought there was more than that. But anyways, Pioneers still does have a purpose, so I'm not saying go out and break it just because you don't need it anymore. No, that's not the case. It's still useful, so I would hang on to your Pioneers gear, guys. Okay. I think that's about it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. And if you guys have any questions or something you would like me to go over again if I didn't cover it well enough, just leave a question, comment, something down in the comments below, and I'll get around to you when I can. Also, like and subscribe if you like the video and want some more content just like this. See you later, guys.